Hey guys, Random Blasters here with part 2 of Let's Play Casper on PS1, and I've just gotten up, so sorry if I sound a bit groggy. We go through this air vent, pick up some food, go back through the same air vent, but it takes us here. That switch just opened something, which we'll come back to in a minute. Last time we solved our first jigsaw puzzle and collected the first 3 pieces for it. I think we collect the last one as well. Yeah, we do. And we do stuff in the garden. We go up here. We can't do much up here for now except get that key. We'll come back to where that other key is later, in a much later part. And we go back through this vent, and it's opened this door which leads into the uncle's bedroom. And the beds actually match the uncle's personality, so that stretch is really long. That size is really big. There's those planks again, which we'll come back to later. Now watch out for this vent. Move out the way, because sometimes Stinky likes to pop out of them. We get to deal with him later. Again. We ignore that for now, because we not only got those planks, but we've also got a silver door. We don't get a silver key until much later. So what we're going to do now? We are going to fight a couple of bosses. And the first one, I believe, is on the blue staircase. Up the blue staircase, I mean. So we go down here. Up the blue staircase. What does this do?
There is more to Whipstaff Manor than meets the eye. Use the air vents to travel around once you've learned how to go up in smoke.
Yep, we've learned how to go up in smoke, and we're using the air vents quite a lot, as you've seen. I'll switch these two switch armor on, go through here. Sometimes the game likes to switch the items around, which is annoying. Get these keys, flip the switch. Now let's get our perfume ready. Gotta deal with someone that really smells. Can you guess who?
Smellogram for Casper.
Yep, it's Stinky, as you might have guessed. Now all you got to do is wait for him to come to you, then just keep spraying the perfume at him. Pretty easy. Bam.
I found one of the missing Lazarus parts.
So you did. 1 down, 7 to go. And they're not as easy to find as you think. And we just picked up our first bag of Fool's Gold coins. You start to think, what's the point of collecting these coins? They're only useful when you're fighting the final boss. It doesn't really matter how many you have in the end, so collecting them is no big deal. Now, remember earlier in the last part when I said there was someone you couldn't beat just now? We're going to deal with him. And that boss is Fatso. We're going to go back into the kitchen where we found the bucket, because that's where we're going to find our weapons to defeat him. He's actually one of the few bosses that you can defeat without using the power-ups. The weapons are hamburgers, so we just got to feed him until he gets really obese, and he just explodes. Hey Fatso, over here! Lunchtime. You've got to stay close to him because sometimes he likes to wander off. And that's him sorted. Did he just go to sleep?
I found one of the missing Lazarus parts.
Yep, that's 2. I think they're the only 2 Lazarus parts we find in this one part. It gets really hard from now on. Now we're going to do some stuff in the garden. Come back to that fireplace much later on. We'll go back out here Got quite a few things to find in the garden. We got a couple of keys. We've got a secret area which we'll come back to. Actually, we don't come. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Open this. Fool's gold coins. No, just press the 2 on the end. Fatso gets on my nerves. Green key. Got to move this chair out of the way because there's another key behind. Always handy to stock up on keys. Like I said last time, you don't want to be stranded with no keys at all. Now let's go back into the garden. We have a red key and a blue key to find, as well as a jigsaw piece for puzzle number 3. Now that is the jigsaw piece that I always forget about, because when I first replayed this game a couple of weeks ago, I didn't go into the garden and I spent ages trying to figure out where that jigsaw piece was, so it's best to go in the garden first. Now I might see some loose twigs around. These open up paths. I believe there's 4 of them. And I actually forget my way around the maze. I've just randomly floating around. Nothing here, nope. What's down here? Now check these tree trunks because they've all got things in them. And down there,
why so grave, Casper? Don't you want to...
Rest in pieces?
that stretch. We can't defeat him now because we need the fan power up or the tornado, which we don't get until much later. So we come back to him. And let's go find those keys and the jigsaw piece. And there's another boss when we come to it. Now what's around here? Nothing. Nope. I'm going to try and show you where the other boss is, rather. It's not around here. I believe this is the way to go. Yeah, see that tree? We go around here, we move this twig, and it opens up behind the tree. That's where the jigsaw piece is. I've got those 2 keys to find now. A red and a blue key. Oh. There is a secret twig that I always have trouble finding. I can never find that one. And that has actually opened up a path for us to go. If only I could remember where it is. Carrot. Now that garden gate we actually do open. That's where the blue key is, but we come back to that later. And through here is another boss.
Care for a haircut, Casper? I'll give you a real trim.
Yeah, those words were exactly different. He didn't say the same words. We come back to him later as well. Now let's find those keys. Nope, been here. I think I do remember where it is. Yeah, when I said I know the first 2 puzzles off by heart, I didn't include the garden, obviously. I barely remember where everything is in the garden. Yes, through here. This is the path we need to take. Because that was blocked off. That opens where the blue key is, and that opens the garden gate. Now we go in this little house.
found a secret room.
So we did.
As you explore Whipstaff Manor, it's a good idea to draw a map to keep track of your progress. This is a big house, and it's easy to get lost.
It sure is. And even if we did draw a map, we'd probably just end up clueless. If anything, the game should provide a map. The thing is with this game, there's not much clues given out. You have to rely on luck most of the time. They should provide a map at the very least. Oh, let's go get that blue key. No, not going back out there yet. Go get that carrot first before I forget. And now we're going to get the blue key. So I'm not saying much. I just got up, so blue key is here. And there's not much you can do through here. Literally, there's not much. The only thing you can do is move this chair. That moves the switch. And there's those planks again, so you can't go any further for now. But it doesn't really matter anyway. Now, remember that green key we found earlier? We're going to use it. Going to go through the door through the left archway. The one you're probably thinking of. And we're going to find the last piece of puzzle number 2. And we're going to get a secret power-up. Number 2. So let's go back. And we go through here. Here is the green door, green key. Okay. And there is our last jigsaw piece for puzzle number 2. Now there's a suit of armour in the way of that vent, so we use the switch to move it. And then we go through. What's through here? This opens the gate, door, whatever. We'll put these in place. And that's it for now. We're going to put our second power up to good use in the next part. I shall see you then. Bye.